Unfortunately, cities like London, Modesto, California, Manhattan, New York have been flooded with helium miners and therefore causing inefficiency to the network and causing miners make less tokens every day. Therefore, the community had to step in and introduce the HIP 15 and HIP 17 to regulate this to the benefit of the miner and the network. Before we talk about what caused these issues in those cities and explain what HIP 15 and HIP 17, let me explain what is the Helium Network. It is building a wireless internet network for IoT's Internet of Things. For example, this IoT needs to transfer data. So once it detects a helium hotspot, it will be able to send and receive data through the network for a really small fee. Any IoT sends data through your hotspot, you will make an earning, whether it was for car navigation, road safety and security, speed control, safety of indigenous wildlife. Other examples of IoTs will be for shipping, public transport, emergency aid, agricultural, industrial, anything you can think of that needs data transfer can be used with the Helium Network. So the aim is to cover as much area as possible, and that is why Helium is a proof of coverage project. While your Helium hotspot covers more area and detects more IoTs, the more earnings you would be making. If you guys see value in this video and you're enjoying it, please hit the subscribe button so you can get updated with everything we do in this channel. So the video I just showed that what is the Helium Network and how does it work, what does it need? It's because when I start explaining the HIP 15 and HIP 17, we can connect the dots. Before we move on to the HIP, I just want to show you what's going on in New York, just like I said in the video. So in New York, for you, remember when we are inside this hexagon, this is our network. That's what we are covering, just like a cell tower. And for us to have a perfect, healthy network, we must have 4 hotspots in this network for optimum rewards. The more people adds on to this network, the more everyone makes less. And the more that increases, everybody makes less. So we can see here, for example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people each. The best one is making 48, 1, 0, 14, 0, 15, 20, 24. So average, I think, is about 20. Oh my God. No. Listen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These guys are making good money, but anyways, so what's going on in New York, in Manhattan specifically, that you know how condensed New York is? So everyone that lives in this block is getting some. So I know you're going to say, okay, I don't have any other place. Well, maybe you can think out of the box. Because you can earn more. Like, why would you earn 0 or 14 if we go to this network? Let's see how many they have. Like 44, 57, 15. Oh, this guy is dead. 41. This guy 294. So if you're making 4 or 5 or 10, someone else is making 300. So that's what I'm trying to say. So let's go back to the principles. I need 4 hotspots in each hexagon for optimum rewards. And the higher the elevation, that means I have more area to cover. And if I have more area to cover, that means I can transmit data with IoTs, and that's the whole point. And I can see witnesses at the moment. That's the to interact with the witnesses. So these are what is affecting. But now what's happening in New York made the community inside Helium say, hey, this is not the purpose of the network. The purpose of the network is to cover each country from west to east, from north to south, and make it all connected. So if I have a truck traveling from Maine all the way to Missouri, I needed to be connected to the network throughout. While everyone, there's nothing wrong with this. It's just, it's not optimum. So yeah, so the coverage and the witnesses and becoming a beacon is the thing. So HIP 15 and HIP, if you guys don't know what HIPs are helium improvement processes. So they came up to solve this. First of all, to tell people, hey, we don't want to flood one small area. We want to spread out to cover more area instead of putting more hotspots on the same area, if that makes any sense. Absolutely makes perfect sense. Now, if you guys want to move out and you're thinking, it's like, okay, what is the best, if you have options, how can I do this? How do I do my calculations? There's a link on top of another video I made, which shows you a couple of websites where you can check before moving to the new spot and see if it's feasible or not. And if you own lots of hotspots, you can, I found this nice designed device. It's called Glamis.eu. You can check it out. Well, basically, you just use this, click on your spot, go to the next spot, you click on it, and it'll tell you all the data that you want. You can see it here, check it out. I'm not going to buy it myself, but if people that have multiple or they want accurate, it's good for geolocation and whatever. So this is a good resource it helps you out in a decision. Otherwise, you can just use the Helium Vision and the RF spot that I show in the video that I put a link up there. So another website also, it's called Mylar. You can come here. I've tried it more than once. It always it's lagging. I will never receive. Anyways, you can check this out. It can help you to check the status of your network as well. So these are two useful websites for now. And now let's talk about the HIPs and how much it will affect your earnings. So as of HIP 15, proof of coverage relies entirely on beaconing. And a beacon is a single transmission witnessed by any hotspot. Previous versions used multi-hop challenge paths that did not accurately test hotspots on what they are built to do, capture RF packets. After a transmitter receives the challenge, it will beacon the challenge packet. There is no intended recipient of this packet. So we go back here. This is for every epoch. Each reward type is split amongst hotspots who had a role in the reward pool. For example, if your hotspot was challenged during an epoch, it will be eligible to a portion of the 5.31% of rewards that go to the POC transmitters. A practical way of thinking about this is that a hotspot might earn a reward unit for succeeding at a challenge. If 5 additional hotspots succeeded at a challenge during the epoch and each of them also earned a reward unit, then each hotspot gets 1/6 of the 5.31. With the activation of HIP 15 and HIP 17, we introduced the idea of scaling this reward units. So the units earned when being witnessed or witnessing a packet scale depending on two things. The number of witnesses detailed in the HIP 15, which is you need to witness more, that's by elevation, and the number of hotspots in the hex tile of the transmitter, detailed in the HIP 17. So here, for HIP 15, for the transmitters, the more witnesses, the more the transmitter earns. For the witness, each additional witness past a total of 4 reduces what is earned by each witness in that challenge. From HIP 17, the witness earns less if the number of hotspots in the area of the transmitter exceeds the target density. Target density varies by hex resolution, as detailed in the HIP and defined in several chain variables. So this is the kind of a summary, and I can give you links in the bottom. Again, there are a lot of variables that plays a role in the equation. So, but basically, this is it. You have 4 hotspots. You all guys earn the same. Now, once 5 comes in, less 6, less 6, less. Again, this is not of your total rewards, but in the future, when it becomes absolute data transfer, just imagine a car is passing through your network and it's sending it. It will have just 1 second to send it to you, because 2-3 seconds later it will enter to another network. While if you are covering 5 kilometers by yourself, then guess what? During the 5 kilometers, whatever they're sending or receiving, it's all through your hotspot, and that's where you earn. So this is the technical part. I think I read it. It's fairly simple. It's just the same thing. The way I explained it, I think it's just easier. They're saying that basically we don't want the density. Like in the hex, there's a certain density, which is 4. That's what we need. We don't need more than that because it's not good for the network. So if you are planning to have 10 or 20, then spread them out. Make sure there are 4 in each hex, not next to each other. And I doubt it can be more than that because of the 300 meters, but some people are doing it. So now, what is the cause of this, by the way? Just to let you know that I know of 5 companies that are buying. They're buying in bulk. So you can see here, hotspot owners are 13,000, while the hotspots are 54. That means around 4 devices per person, which is no way people are buying. Like just a normal person, just like you and me, we would buy 1, 2, maybe 3, but I would not buy, more than that. But here, that's what it says. Only 13,000 owners, while the hotspots, their active hotspots, is 54,000. So 4 per person. So I know 5 companies. They work primarily in the US, and I think that's what's causing the flood. I know one of them has bought over 500 in one of their batches. 500. So they're causing the delays in the shipments because they're buying bulk. Second part, they place them in any place as long as it's as they whoever applies, they get them for free. And I named Emirate one of them, NobleIO.com, First Spot. First Spot is absolutely amazing because it pays you 70% to you, and they keep 30, while the rest they pay you 20% and they keep 80. So these big whales, like they call them in crypto, I don't know what you call them. If you guys have a name for them, please comment in this comment section. Tell me if you have some unique names for this. So these whales are buying bulk, and unfortunately, these devices are outsourced. It's not owned by Helium. So I think it should be regulated at some point, but it's causing this. So The good news is, if you're not in Manhattan or Modesto in California, then you don't have to worry. But will you have a whale in your city that once he hears about this opportunity, would they be doing the same? Most likely. Um, so it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. So now, um, another good thing which a lot of people ask, if there's nobody in my network, should I buy or should I wait? Buy now. Why I insist on this? Because the network is going to come. The earlier you jump on it, is the it's better for you. So if you're one of the few ones that will start this, it will come. If you guys remember this from my first video, if you guys really remember that there was none of this. There was like, in total here was about, I think, 20, and here inside each one we're still good. Yeah, we're still good. 2 per hex. So in a month, when I did my first video, this has multiplied by at least 3x. And I haven't received my hotspots. So by the time my hotspot arrives, I don't know where will they be placed. Luckily, I have a really nice spot here that it's not green yet, so I'm gonna make it green. And yeah, so I know a lot of people are like, well, yeah, there aren't many. It's Helium is killing it. If I remember I did this video. I was trying to make it 2 days ago, and I remember seeing the number of hotspots were about 50,000. Today, as I saw, was what, 54? Like, we're 79 countries, 6,700 cities. So I'm sure it will be everywhere. Like I said, it solves a problem that big companies, governments, industrial, agricultural, everything needs those IoTs. So the governments will not fight this. The big companies like Google, Amazon, all these companies do not will not fight this. On the contrary, they want this network as soon as possible so they can, create these products and start making sales. So another thing that the next video, I'm gonna review the MXC. And just to give you an idea, it is building a network for IoTs, but it's not on proof of coverage, on proof of participants. There are so much stuff that I don't like about it. First of all, the price is at 2,500 euros. But I need to do more reviews on the project itself. I haven't, but that's what I'm gonna be talking about next. Is it worth it? Is it gonna beat Helium? That's what's gonna be the next video on. So if you guys are interested, like, look at this crazy 2,500 euros. While people are still thinking about the Bobcat miner, I'm sure we all will need to think about this. So I don't think I will buy it. I really doubt. But I need to see their white paper and see the proof of participants that it's built on. I can tell you from now on, I think this is not a good competition for helium, because the speed rate that the helium expanding is unreal, and that's considering that the hotspots are not available. So there's huge delays. There's only one or two companies. The rest are coming back in a few months. Imagine if these were like doing mass production, they would have covered the whole earth. And if this Match X does not have a community like supported like Helium, then from now on I can tell you there's no way somebody can come over Helium because of the community, because of the solutions that they bring in. However, that's too early to judge. This is going to be my next video, so if you guys would like to see that, comment, and if you need anything specific, you can also put a comment and subscribe to see the next videos that I'll be making. For now, people were asking me why don't I have an affiliate links for Helium. To be honest, I think if I put an affiliate link, then it's a conflict of interest. Although I'm not, I don't deal with Helium. I don't know them. They don't know me. There's none of that stuff. But I think if I'm trying to help you and push you to this, and I have an affiliate link, it means that I want to benefit from you as much as I can. While I'd rather to be transparent, if that makes any sense. And tell me what you guys think about this. If you think that I should, am I on the right track to think about this, or is it okay to have my affiliate link? I don't know, but I feel that if I'm trying to convince you about a product and I don't have any motive, then it's more transparent and it makes total sense to me. I don't know what your thoughts are, so please comment on this. You'll help me come over this issue that I've been thinking about, and I've already decided that I don't want to deal with affiliate links. Again, please put your comments for the next video if you need anything specific to for me to review. For now, this is Eddie from the Crypto